Hello, this video is about growing tomatoes from seeds taken from a shop bought tomato. It's some time now since I shot the first part of this video, and we now have tomatoes actually growing in the greenhouse, which we're going out to look at shortly. But before we do that, I'm going to dovetail in to this video some short clips that I took earlier this year of me extracting seeds from a shop bought tomato, and there are a number of ways you can do this, but this clip will show you how I do it. And then there is a clip of me planting the seeds and growing the seeds on into small plants, and then we skip on to where we are today with the tomato plants growing in a greenhouse. Okay, so enjoy the first part of this video. I'll take some seeds from one of these tomatoes and we're going to grow them on, and this is how I'm going to do it. Just let me get some water in this liquidizer. We'll simply drop it in the blender, put the lid on, turn it on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use one of these kitchen strainers to strain this water through it, collect the seeds. Don't go away. Okay, that's what we're left with. Okay, so as not to stretch this video out too far and you lose interest, I actually did one of these tomatoes yesterday, and I sorted the seeds out from this, and I'll just show you that one because that's the one we're going to use today. Okay, I hope you can see this. There are seeds on there, you might be able to see them moving. I think there are about 2 dozen seeds on that plate, and they're the seeds we're going to be sowing. Okay, right, let's go and sow these seeds. Tomato seeds need to be sown at a depth of about 1/4 inch. So what I've actually done is, I've got this container, it's already got some compost in, which I've firmed down, and I've firmed it down to just about 1/4 inch below the level of the top of the container. So if we were to sow seeds on that compost and then fill that container, all those seeds would be in at about 1/4 inch. Okay, first things first, we're going to wet the compost. I've seen this before, we like our recycling homegrown veg. That's the compost layer. Now then, just a little grid pattern. You don't actually need this, but I find it helps to space the seeds out. And what we're going to do, we're going to try and put a seed in every other square. Okay, and then at a later date when these seedlings are bigger, we'll transplant them up. So that's it in there like that. Okay, matchstick, small container with water in it, Now because these seeds were taken yesterday, they've had the night to dry out, okay, which makes them easier to pick up with a wet matchstick. You probably won't see this, you might. There is a seed on the end of that matchstick. Okay, I'm going to place that in that square there. That square there. Just check that it's gone off the end of the matchstick. That square there. But you'll see when these guys grow, if they grow, that they've all got a reasonable amount of space. There's a dozen in there, so if that doesn't germinate, or 10 of those doesn't germinate, we'll be happy with that. So take this grid off, just offer you that up, you might be able to see those seeds sitting, maybe not. Okay, we'll move that out the way before we knock it over. We'll just drizzle some more compost on there. How easy was that? Okay, so they should be all in now, about 1/4 inch. And tomatoes germinate between 15 and 20 degrees C. And if you want that in Fahrenheit, I think that equates to 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're within that range, you should be able to get your seeds to germinate. If you're outside that range, they may still germinate, just take a bit longer. Okay, so all we need to do now is keep that warm for a few weeks and see what develops. It's now 3 weeks since I separated those seeds out from the Santini tomato using a liquidizer. There are a number of ways you can separate seeds out from store-bought tomatoes, but that was the method I decided to use. And we sowed 12 seeds, didn't we? We used a grid pattern, tried to keep them separate. Take a look at this 3 weeks later. What do you think? Oh, exactly 12 tomato plants growing in this container. Too good to be true. That's because it isn't. It isn't true. These aren't Santini. No, this is a tomato called red pear. And these plants are being grown from seeds that I purchased. So that's red pear, but they've only been in there the same length of time as the Santini that we planted. Let's have a look at Santini. Whoa, not as good as it. In fact, it's poor. 1, 2, 3 germinations out of 12 seeds. But hey, we could grow these plants on, we could grow this Santini tomato plant on. There's nothing to stop us, and there's nothing to say that perhaps another few seeds won't germinate, but I very much doubt it. But anyway, that's one way to take seeds from a shop-bought tomato plant. They do germinate, at least some of them do. And you may want to have a shot, particularly if you found a tomato, just like I did, that tasted really, really nice, and you would like to grow them. If you can't find the seeds, just try and take some yourself. I hope you enjoyed the first part of this video, and thanks for staying with me. We'll go down to the greenhouse now, and we'll have a look at these tomatoes and shoot the end of this video. This is a tomato called orange berry. Okay, I think you can just see that these guys are starting to ripen now. And as the name implies, they'll be ripe when they're orange. Like this, 2 or 3 up at the top here. That's orange berry, just a small tomato. This tomato is a tomato called red pear. Again, it's a small tomato and it's pear shaped. I think you might be able to see that, maybe not, I don't know. But red pear is red and it's pear shaped. This is Costoluto Fiorentino. I'll be very surprised if I've pronounced that correctly. These are those big beefsteak tomatoes. I think you can see how big they are. They're quite a big tomato. One just starting to turn there. Yeah, we're happy with those. They look good, don't they? This is a tomato called Ildi. As you can see, Ildi is a small yellow tomato. Those guys are ripe now. We needn't wait if those go in red. We can take those now. So that's Ildi. This is a tomato called San Marzano. I think it's an Italian plum type tomato. They're all still green yet, we've no red on this yet, so that'll take a little longer. This is a tomato I got given. And by the looks of it, it's going to be a nice tomato. These are quite big tomatoes. It's called Crimson Crush. It isn't quite crimson yet. Still quite green, but there's lots of nice tomatoes on that truss. So we're looking forward to trying Crimson Crush. This is Santini. This is the guy we grew from seed. Okay. We're happy with that, and this is a start to finish video, as you know, and this is the finish. Our tomatoes are growing and they're ripe. That's Santini.